I've used all this gear that I'm about to show you during NFL games, during NBA games, during Team USA trial runs. I've truly used all this gear that I'm about to show you right now. What's good, YouTube? If you're new to my channel, my name is Lamar Griffin. I'm a hybrid sports creative based out of Denver, Colorado. Well, I'm a hybrid shooter just in general, but I do love to do sports. This video is for my sports shooters looking for gear during this Black Friday weekend. I'm about to show you what I think is the best sale in the world for sports creatives during Black Friday, in my opinion. Disclaimer, all the gear that I'm about to show you all in this video from lensrentals.com is used. I'm the type of photographer, ever since I started, my first camera was from a pawn shop. Some of you might have a similar story, some of you might not. I'm not here to judge anyone. I never had the luxury to be able to buy some of the camera gear that I use, which is very expensive, you guys know, thousands of dollars. I never had the luxury to buy all of that new. So a lot of my camera gear is used. A lot of it, like half of the camera gear that I use for professional work and everything I do is used, and it's from lensrentals.com. And if you guys stay tuned to my channel, I'm gonna do a full masterclass on how I use lensrentals.com for my gear. So the focus of this video is gonna be 5 pieces of used equipment that I think sports hybrid creatives should be buying. And it's here right now on lensrentals.com, and Black Friday is coming up, I think, in 2 days, and it's 15% off of the already used price. So I don't think there's gonna be a better deal for the gear that I'm about to show you all. Someone just asked me what would I recommend to sports creatives, and I'm gonna show you guys 5 things right now that's used and on sale that I would recommend personally day after day from real world user experience. I've used all this gear that I'm about to show you during NFL games, during NBA games, during Team USA trial runs. I've truly used all this gear that I'm about to show you right now. So let's jump over to the computer and take a look. All right, so first and foremost, you wanna go to lensrentals.com. At the top, you're gonna see a tab that says buy and rent. So you wanna start off with that tab on rent. So I'm a Sony shooter, so we're gonna look at Sony gear, but no matter what camera system you shoot, no matter what camera brand, Lens Rentals is gonna have something for you. So as a hybrid shooter, I think the Sony Alpha 1 is one of the best cameras in the world, if not the best. The camera that made me realize I needed to upgrade to the Sony A1 was the Sony A9. As you guys can see, we have it on rent. We're gonna click buy. So right now we're looking at all the cameras that they have for sale. And if you click right here, you see the Sony A9. This price is absolutely insane because retail, when the Sony A9 came out, it cost $4,000 or $399. You can get a used A9, and then Lens Rentals is gonna tell you the quality. Excellent, very good, good. You're also gonna get 15% off of this price during, from the time you see this video, which I'm making this video on November 23rd, 2022, to the 28th, all right? So you got time. 15% off of $2,000 for a Sony A9 is life-changing because a camera this powerful with 20 frames per second for sports is absolutely a game changer. All right, let's jump on to the next camera. Number 2 is gonna be the good old trusty Sony a7 III. So one of my good friends, Team JDP, he used the Sony a7 III a lot during our NFL run when we were shooting in Tampa for the Buccaneers. I've used the Sony a7 III for a lot of NFL games, and I think this camera can shoot just about anything, especially when it comes to photo and video. Even though this is an older camera, for this price, and we're not gonna look at the fair, we're gonna look at the good. For $1,500, and then you take 15% off of that, if I was in the market for a camera and I was coming from APS-C, or if I needed another camera body, $1,500 for a used Sony a7 III that's in good condition from lensrentals.com. I'm getting super hot. I'm gonna take this hoodie off. Some coffee. All right, throw the mic back on. All right, so the last 3 things I wanna show you all is gonna be sports lenses that I would recommend for hybrid shooters. And again, this is based off of this Black Friday sale. I'll make a whole nother video on, like, depending on what your budget is. So the first lens that I'm gonna recommend is, of course, the old trusty 70-200. So this is the version 1, which is a little bit heavier. But again, if you're on a budget and you can't afford the 70-200 version 2, this is gonna be a really good option for you. And then let's come down here. So this one's fair, it has a 4. So we're trying to stay away from everything that has a 4. So we're gonna go to this one, which is good. So $1,400 for a 70-200 2.8 G Master version 1, then you take the 15% off. I personally have a story about not being able to afford a 70-200 2.8, and I had to rent this lens. I rented this lens from Lens Rentals over 50 times just because I could never afford to pay the full retail price for a 70-200. That is the honest truth. I just could not afford it. And now you have the opportunity, if you need it, don't get it if you don't need it, to buy a $2,000 plus lens at $1,400 used and then take the 15% off. I mean, you really can't beat that. So 70-200 version 1. We're gonna jump right here. So the 100-400, this is a lens that I might actually pick up myself from this sale. I mean, so I'm telling you guys about it, but hopefully you guys don't buy them all. So $1,761 for the 100-400. In sports photography, a lot of times when you got the 70-200, if you wanna get tighter, you just can't do that with 200. If you go 100-400, especially if it's a daytime game, this lens is gonna change the way that all your images look, just being able to get out to 400. I didn't even know what 400 looked like for the first 2 years of shooting sports as a hybrid professional because I never rented a 400. I didn't know. So to be able to get a 100-400 for less than $2,000, and right now it's on sale, I mean, and last but not least, yep, y'all thought I was gonna go to the 200-600. The 70-200 f4. This lens is very old. It's an older lens, but again, I own this lens personally. I just bought it this year because it's such a good lens. And the f4 versus 2.8 battle, we'll get into that in another video about shooting sports. But this lens copy is very good. Let's go to this one. Let's go to good. I feel like the value that you would get if you were to pick up this used 70-200 f4 for $900 basically, I don't know. If you don't have a 70-200 and you're looking for one, this one, even without the discount, is $900. So I'm not gonna say that's a little bit of money, but in comparison to what you'd have to pay if you got the lens full price, that is a pretty sweet deal. And let's look real quick. I said I was only gonna do 5, but you got the 200. So these are some of the use. You got the 200 to 600. You got the 85, the 35. If you never shot the 135, it is super sharp, super good. Great lens. Look at the price. All right, so wrapping this video up, I just want to show you all some of the deals that Lens Rentals has to offer for sports creatives. All these different lens combos is to help you shoot sports better. So if you shoot Canon, there's also options for Canon shooters as well. You got a 70-200 version 3. I don't know how much this lens is retail because I shoot Sony, but that looks like a pretty good price to me. Same thing for all you Canon sports shooters, 100-400. I mean, again, I don't know how much this lens costs full price, but that looks like something that's a lot less than whatever it costs full price. But needless to say, I want to end this video by letting you guys know that I will be putting out a lot more sports content for sports hybrid creatives. Let me know what question you guys got. I wanted to get this video out quick because I know Black Friday is coming up. I probably won't make another video until Thanksgiving. So if you're seeing this before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. If you're seeing it after Thanksgiving, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. You guys stay tuned to my channel. It's gonna be a lot more cool stuff about sports, hybrid shooting, editing, photo, video, all the good stuff. Peace.